Hello, everybody. This is Al RedSoxFan coming to you from Al RedSoxFan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. It's been a while since we've sat and had a spell. How's everything going, my friends? We have the original Grognard in the chat, the OG, the original gangster, the original Grognard. Check out that wonderful YouTube channel and, of course, his Facebook page. So I thought we'd just come out and chat a bit, see how everyone's projects are doing, what's going on with any new games, and what do you look forward to coming up this holiday season with your sports sims gaming or your military strategy gaming. I've played both, though I'm more of a sports sim gamer. What do you want to see your companies do? I just want to tell you something. I just picked up Legends of Boxing, PC version from ASG Games. You can get the free download for the demo, and I've been playing the demo because this is my pet peeve with them. I love their games, but this is my pet peeve with ASG Games. You purchase something, and then you have to wait for your codes. Well, I bought the game, I want to say around 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know it's a Saturday, but I did buy the games, and I bought the boxer sets because, as you know, I love my boxing games. I have yet to get my codes, so I'm still playing the demo. They need to update their system so when you buy a game, you can actually play the game. Action PC games, when you buy the game, guess what? You download and you can play the game or the seasons that you bought. Even Stratomatic, which I have a lot of issues with. You buy the game, you can download it and play the game. ASG Games, awesome games, great customer service. They have to upgrade when you purchase a game. They really do. That you can download it and play it. We have a few more folks in the chat. Our good friend Tim, Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Check out his wonderful YouTube channel. Philip Reynolds, hope all is well. The original Grognard says, I need to get more courses for History Maker Golf and finish off my 2018 hypothetical season for second season and maybe pick up APA Golf when I get the cash. Well, I already made I've been waiting for Legends of Boxing on the PC. Too much rolling for me for Card and Dice, the tabletop version. Fun game. I like it a lot on the PC. Hats off. They did a wonderful game. Again, that can be purchased at ASG. And there's a free demo if you want to just try it out. You don't even have to purchase it. And it just fits in nicely with my other boxing games, my all-time favorite game, period. Glory Days Boxing, which can be purchased at sidelinestrategies.com. From our good friend Anthony Crooks, Bleacher Bums Gaming. Glory Days Boxing, bring it to a tabletop card and dice table near you soon. It should be there already. Title Bout 2 on the PC, I love it. My original Title Bout, I love. And Title Bout Championship Boxing on the PC. Boxing is my favorite sport. So what I'd like to see, though, when you purchase a game, you're able to play the game. I hate waiting for codes. Most people it came out, I bought it today. But I don't have codes yet to play. I'm still playing the demo, which is fine. I hope to have codes by tomorrow. And if I have to wait for Monday, that really sucks. It's the weekend. I want to play some games. So the original Grognard needs to finish some golf projects. I have lots of projects I have to finish. I started new projects using Digital Diamond Baseball. I know some people knock the game, and that's fine. That's cool. But you get all the seasons for free. And you can do so much cool stuff with that game. You can make all-star teams. It's a fun game, and their customer service is pretty damn good, in my opinion. Digital Diamond Baseball. You can purchase that on Steam. Now, we have many pro strategy football projects going on, and that can be purchased on Steam also. Carrie's a great guy, along with the mod community that makes all the seasons, again, free. Highly recommend Pro Strategy Football on Steam. Just over $20 with tax. So we have those projects going on. We have our 1984 NFL Promotion League. We have an action PC project mostly playing off. Though I did put the first 2 games online, where I took the World Football League teams, did a draft. The only thing I should have thought out the draft a little better, because there are no old school quarterbacks. All modern quarterbacks because of their gaudy passing numbers. Gerald Carmeyer has joined us. Hope all is well. And as I said, I got my Ralph Kiner project. He's only had 2 home runs, and I'm telling you what, I'm really liking that 1949 Cleveland Indians team. I mean, Pittsburgh Pirates team, excuse me. Man, their pitching's not good, but they can hit a bit. And we've lost a lot of close games. We put 1 game up on the channel, but I've played a lot. And those games, you can roll them so fast. Digital Diamond Baseball. Todd B is here. Speaking of codes, why in holy hell can't Strat simplify their stinking installation? Be bullshit. I agree. I agree with that. I agree. Strat. The one thing I can say about Strat is when you buy it, you can download and play. ASG games, which I love, I own them. You have to wait for the unlock codes. It's a pain in the ass. I don't like that part. But yeah, Strat's got to come up with a better system. But they're still stuck, as in Uncle Ron Juckett and Uncle Dave Gardner like to say, 1995. Strat really doesn't give a shit about their customer base. They really don't, because when they come out with their sales, they're a joke. $4 off. Spend $82,000. And I buy Strat on occasions. I don't buy it as much. So, Jim L. Hope all is well, Jim L. How's everyone's projects going? Cleve Baseball Fan 879, our good friend Tim says, that's why I don't want to use Strat PC. Yeah, Strat Card and Dice, awesome. I have many seasons I still have to rip behind me. Strat's a good game. Love Stratomatic. Ron Juckett just picked up the Stratomatic PC football game. And again, if you listen to him talk on the newest Digital Dice podcast, which you should be listening to, you can listen on Spreaker or wherever fine podcasts can be listened to. Or, of course, you can always catch it on Uncle Dave Gardner's YouTube channel. He talks about the new Stratomatic PC game that he picked up for football, because that's the one game he did not have. And it's quite expensive. And you're talking 2 seasons for almost $100. Game, card images, and 2 seasons, almost $100. Strat gives you nothing. They give you nothing. And they're a pain in the ass if you try to modify anything. Meaning it's difficult to make the ballparks, use your own ballpark images. At least for me it is. So, but again, the game's very fun. But so that's a good thing. Yes, we'd like Strat to, that would be a wish for this holiday season. Stratomatic, let's update and get into the 21st century. And for ASG games or the replay games also, because it's really one and the same. Get rid of those freaking codes. When you buy something, let us be able to download the freaking game and play the freaking game. This stuff with effing codes. I bought the game. I want the game. I want the files that I purchased. I purchased over $100 worth of gaming tonight, and I still can't play any of it because I don't have the effing codes. I love ASG games. I love the PC replay games. I want the effing, when you buy it, download. You should be able to play. Action PC Sports. You buy the game, bam, you got it. Speaking of Uncle Dave Gardner, wish lists. He's got lots of stuff on his wish list. And of course, remember, Digital Dice. I mean, you can get merchandise too. I have this fine coffee mug from, and you can see I drink a lot out of it. It's stained. But they're going to have their Black Friday show, Digital Dice, coming up I think it's this week. Make sure to check that out. Oh, our good friend Tabletop Sports Delaware, our good friend Chris. Happy birthday to his brother Ron. That was an awesome video. I enjoyed it. Hope all is well. Todd B. Dave wishes for more people would embrace pineapple pizza. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. But what is your wish list for the gaming companies that you like? What do you want to see? Nice big sales. We all like that. Nice big sales and stuff. But what do you want? Like, again, It's just a pet peeve of mine. When you buy a game, I should be able to play the game. I paid for the game. I paid for all these boxer files, and I have yet to get my codes. And I know it's Saturday, but guess what? I buy stuff on Saturdays. As Gerald Carmeyer says, Chris, how's the projects going? Comics with Bueller. How you doing, buddy? Comics with Bueller is going on the road. He's going all across America in his comic van. Check out that wonderful channel. Comics with Bueller, one of the best people out here in the YouTube community. If it wasn't for Comics with Bueller, I wouldn't have over 1,000 subs. God bless him. Hope all is well with your family, my friend. How goes the van project? Comics with Bueller. Our good friend Travis. Jim L. Loving Pro Strategy Football and Action. I mean, he must mean action PC games. Oh, Pro Strategy Football, such an underrated game. People who knock it just don't know what the F they're talking about. Again, it's their opinion. God bless them, but you're wrong. People, there's no strategy in the game. Have you tried to actually play the game? The animation, fun, uniforms. I think my favorite thing playing that game is all kinds of strategy. And then I just love looking at all the old school uniforms. And again, every season's free. So after you purchase Pro Strategy Football 2022, and that's the one you should be purchasing. There's no sense in purchasing prior years. I don't get it, but if you want to, go ahead. It's just over $20 with tax. And then every season's free. Free. And if you don't like the ratings, tweak them. Or make your own freaking teams. Don't be lazy. I've made some college teams. Believe me, when you sit there and you start to try to rate things, I go back to, I just like playing, but I'm gonna try to make some more college teams. But yeah, fun game, Pro Strategy Football. Todd B. Hoping Pete over at Replay gets his health back. Excellent. Yes, get healthy, Pete at Replay, so they can release more products. Love to see them do a hockey game, which Dave Gardner, they just do their games well. And the Legends of Boxing PC game is really like a replay game. It's so well done and easy to understand. Our good friend here, Comics with Bueller. Van is good. Unfortunately, we lost a friend this week. Oh my, are you, Sam passed away suddenly. He was a big fan of yours. Sam passed away? Was he sick? Wow. I got to ponder this for a moment. Wow. Give me a second. That sucks. Passed away Thursday. Sam was a fun person. Very nice person. God bless him and his family and friends. I don't know. I'm devastated. That was one of the funniest shows. Passed away very suddenly, natural causes. Wow. That was one of the funnest shows, Travis, when you brought him on. I said, we have to get Sam on. And he goes, I'll call him right now. And he was there with you. Life is short, people. Life is short. Treat people well. Treat people well. Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's some devastating news. Wow. No, that's fine. I loved it. For not again. I only know you guys through this, but I love you guys. Travis and Sam. You must. I'm terribly sorry because he was with you a lot. Wow. He'll be missed. God bless him. I don't. I have no words to. No. Okay. That's well. I have to register this. I have to register this. So just bear with me. If you guys want to leave, leave. But I have to register this. So you have to give me some time here. Such a nice person, Sam. That was one of my favorite shows. I was talking to Travis, that's Comics with Bueller, one time. I said, we gotta get Sam on. He's so nice and fun and great sense of humor. And they played so well off one another, Travis and Sam. And he goes, you want me to call Sam? I go, yeah, let's get him on. And he was right there at Travis's house, and we had a really fun time that night, as we always do with Chats with Al. But wow, that's a somber thing. Here's to you, my friend Sam. God bless you. God's got another good person. Comments with Bueller, our good friend Travis says, him and I lunched together Tuesday and hung out and played video games together. It was a great day and one I won't forget. Yeah. Wow. Like to say hello to Frank. Wayne Scott. How you doing, Frank? I honestly have to say about Sam, I'm luckier that I met him. I'm a lucky person I was able to meet him. And you know, I'm just happy that we did that show. He was wonderful. He was a good dude. Yep. That's just sad news, man. If you're just joining us, our friend Sam, Travis, Comics with Bueller, just told us Sam passed away suddenly. So we did a show with him a while back, and he would come on. He would follow my chats. We did Chats with Al, and he's just a nice person, along with Travis. So once again, especially to the people you love and like, treat them well. You never know when's the last time you see them. I tip my cap to our good friend Sam. God bless him. He's in heaven, forever young, pain-free, happy, all the comics he wants. Wow. All right, let's go back in the up to the chat here. Robbie Wartburg has joined us. He says, I agree the codes bit with Richard's games. He has great games, but the registration truly is hurry up and wait. Yep. Thank you, our good friend Chris, Tabletop Sports Delaware. Check out his wonderful channel. As is sorry to hear about Sam's passing. Tell everyone we're all thinking of you guys right now. Thank you. Thank you. And amen, Al. Yep. The good times and the not so good times. Well, I'm it's going to sound weird, but I'm glad I found out from Travis. I would have been like, where's his videos? You know, every once in a while he would do these live chats, these nature walks, and I'd be at work and I'm like, I put them on. They're fun. I'm going to miss those. I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss him. And again, we have Frank, Wayne Scott, excuse me, Wayne Scott in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Gerald Carmeyer, sorry to hear that out. You know, it's part of life, but it's shocking. It's shocking. Yeah, the nature chats were great. Excuse me. They were fun. It's not registering. Not registering. Todd B, even though we only know each other through this venue, I would hang out with all of you cats in real life. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is and I'm a better, see, here's the thing with Sam. He had a really fun sense of humor. He was a wonderful person. Interacted with this venue, as you say. Genuine person. Kind. For my dealings with him, just fun-loving. He's going to be missed. He's going to be missed. And those people who didn't treat him nice, well, you're all fools. The people who didn't treat him nice or don't treat people nice. We have our good days, our bad days, but when you just don't treat people nice because they're shy or they're whatever, inverted. And he wasn't that, but people, and Travis tells that story. This is another one of my all-time favorite stories. Travis, our good friend, Comics with Bueller, how he met Sam. Now, Comics with Bueller would do his comics streams, which are very, and had he kept going a certain way, he'd have, no lie, hundreds of thousands of subscribers now. He just changed his course because he's a good guy and he's trying to help out a lot of people. But he tells the story about Sam, how he met him. Sam went to one of the comic book stores that Travis would talk about. And he says, yeah, heard someone talking about your comic book store, Comics with Bueller. He goes, what do you mean, that guy over there? And that's how they met. Travis was at the comic book store that day when Sam went to visit. And I want to say it was an hour or so drive, and Sam had to get on a bus to get there. And they became very good friends. And I'm lucky that I had Sam in my life. I'm very lucky that Travis is my friend amongst all of yous. I'm very lucky to be able to chat with all you guys. It's still not registering. It's going to hit me later. It's hit me now, but it's going to hit me later. So, anyhow, Gerald Carmire, excuse me. Enjoy. I have to figure out. I guess I got to lean back farther. Enjoy, but then I can't see because my glasses. I can't see. Enjoy every day and do what you love. Absolutely, as long and don't harm anybody. I would add that to it. Arnold Hunter, how you doing, my friend? How goes your project? Sorry to hear about Sam. We all feel your pain now. Thank you. I do appreciate that. LOL. Yeah, he was the first one to call me Bueller. I love that story, Travis. You know what was weird? When I was at work and the other day, it was earlier in the week, I was like, before you go on the road, I was like, I should have Travis and Sam on again. I was thinking about that. I was going to shoot you an email, and I figured you guys were busy. Should have shot the email, I guess. Wow. All right. So, again, if you're just joining us, our good friend Sam, and again, I met him through Travis, Comics with Bueller, and Travis spent a lot of time with him because they lived close enough by. He passed away suddenly on Thursday of natural causes, and that's just devastating to me. So, devastating to everyone who knows him, I would believe, because he was a really fun guy. All right, here we go. In honor of Sam, the show must go on. Let's get back to, as difficult as it's going to be for me, to what are you hoping your gaming companies, sports gaming, military gaming, what are you hoping to see? And since we have Comics with Bueller here, what kind of sales do they have on Black Friday for comic books? Again, the only comic books I have are for my nephew and the ones I bought from Comics with Bueller. So, my pet peeve, to go back to it if you're just joining us, I just purchased Legends of Boxing PC version. I would never play that card and dice. Just too many rolls, too many. The beauty of Glory Days Boxing, my all-time favorite tabletop sports game, which can be purchased on sidelinestrategies.com. It's easy to understand and it's a quick game. Don't judge my streams because I take a long time in any stream, but I just enjoy my boxing games. And now I've added Legends of Boxing PC to the stable. So we got Glory Days Boxing, Legends of Boxing, Title Bout 2, Title Bout Championship Boxing. I picked up even another one on Steam that I'm going to show it. It's so bad, it's funny. You know, like the guys smacking each other. And even Fire Pro Wrestling, we do some wrestling and box. Oh, that's another. Tom Vogel's Wrestling's Finest. I enjoy that game. He just had a big update. I got to update my game. He emails that. Great customer service. Wrestling's Finest, Tom Vogel. Tabletop Sports Delaware. I so love Glory Days Boxing. And isn't it easy to understand, Chris? It's very easy to understand. I mean, Title Bout, they're all easy, you know, but that one is just it for the tabletop. And Anthony, at some point in time, is going to come out with a PC version, and that's going to be a lot of fun too. And right now, what I like about the PC versions of games, we suddenly have 2 dogs and 2 cats. And I try to set up stuff. The cat will come in here and go, yeah, no, pay attention to me. So I do love the PC versions, but I forgot how much fun it is to roll Stratomatic Baseball or Pine Tar Baseball. I like those. And there's many great baseball games out there. So, but yeah, I think Glory Days Boxing is fabulous. He has another wonderful set coming out soon, Anthony, for Glory Days Boxing. Super middleweights, some more junior classes, some more heavyweights. It's going to be another fun set for Glory Days Boxing. He added Joe Baxkey, heavyweight contender from the late 40s. Very excited to see that. Those boxing gloves behind me, right? They are the old school looking boxing gloves. Those are Joe Baxey's boxing gloves when he fought in West Springfield, Massachusetts. Celebrity Bikini has joined us, a.k.a. Jake Cruz. Hope all is well, Jakey. Tabletop Sports Delaware talking about Glory Days boxing. The rules are straightforward. The game flows very well. Absolutely. Absolutely. Gerald Carmeyer, good point. I believe he's talking Strat. I'd like to see 50s and 60 diamond gems. Yes, where you get the best teams, some of the great teams from the 50s and the 60s for Stratomatic Baseball. That would be fun. I do enjoy. I got those sets too. They're fun. I got sets I haven't even ripped yet, so I won't be purchasing from Strat. I probably would purchase those. I try not to purchase too much PC stuff from Strat anymore, but I do like the card and dice stuff. The one thing, if you do the 50s and the 60s, but especially the 50s, don't load up on a gazillion Yankee teams. They're the same players. You want to give a, I say even do the 40s and 30s, even the 20s. They should have gem sets for every decade, because you want to get a good Joe DiMaggio 1939 Joe DiMaggio team, or the 1939 Yankees. You want the I have the 41 Red Sox because I bought that year. But for the 50s, I would think what you want to do, if I was Strat for the gem sets, I'd take the best teams for each team in that decade. That way, someone can play their favorite team. Don't give us 4,000 Yankee teams. You don't need maybe you give you 2 Yankee teams. Okay, if we're going to do a gem set for Strat, the Red Sox would be 1950. Pick any Yankee team. Probably, whatever Mantle's best year is. The Indians, 54. New York Giants, 54, I would think. They beat the Indians in the World Series. Yeah, ones with the most wins. I would go with the 1954 Indians. Yep. And he agrees. Here it is over here. I missed someone's comment. Yeah, here it is. Gerald Carmeyer, the ones with the most wins. I'd go, that 1950 Red Sox team is unbelievable on offense. It's over 1,000 runs knocked in. Had Ted Williams not gotten hurt, who knows how many runs they would have knocked in, but still, Vern Stevens at short, a forgotten Red Sox, knocked in 150 runs or close to it. Walt Dropo at first, I believe he was Rookie of the Year, I think. He knocked in another 150 runs. Yeah, so that's what I would do with any of those gem sets. Give every team the best season. Now, like, if there's a team because that gives the people who buy them. I'm a Red Sox fan. People are Yankee fans. You're going to get a lot of good teams. But Indians in the 50s and 40s were excellent. Indians won over 104 games and then lost to the New York Giants in the World Series. John TBM. Hi, Al. Braves for life here. I wish they would make diamond gems for PC, but I do enjoy those cards too. I don't understand why they don't do it. I don't understand why they don't do diamond gems for the PC. That's another great point, John. Why don't they cater to people would buy it? And we're just talking about any, like, if you're just joining, my pet peeve, I just bought Legends of Boxing, which I'm enjoying the demo the heck out of. I'm playing a little mini tournament with the 16 fighters they provide in the demo offline. I'm posting in Digital Dice on the Facebook group page. My pet peeve is when I buy a game, I want to play it. I don't want to wait for unlock codes. I still don't have my unlock codes. Maybe by the time we're done with this, I'll have unlock codes. Action PC, you buy the games or seasons, bam, you download, you can play. So again, what would you like to see your gaming companies that you purchase from do? I like the gem sets for Strat. That's a great idea. Chris, 57 Braves. That's the year they won the World Series against the Yankees, I do believe. And Celebrity Bikini hates the Yankees. Who doesn't? Yankee fans don't hate the Yankees, right? 53 Dodgers. Why would you do the 53 Dodgers? Out of curiosity, Gerald. Wasn't it 55? They won the only World Series, the Brooklyn Dodgers. 55 or 56. It slips my mind now, and I don't want to look it up. It's one of those. I want to say it was 55. They finally beat the Yankees. Strat has the worst marketing. I highly agree. I got an email regarding their upcoming sale. It's like you save $4 on, and if you purchase, God knows how much money. Do they not understand the point of a sale? Do they not understand the point of a sale? Beatles Eternally, 55. Thank you, my friend. How you doing, Beatles? The musical genius. Beatles. Good to see you. 1955. So I would go with the 55 Dodgers. I would go with the 55 Dodgers. If you have $20, you want to, is it $20? I don't even know. Digital Diamond Baseball. And again, some people like it. Some people don't. That's fine. Some people work very hard in the game, like Beatles Eternally and Clinton Parks, and they were disenfranchised. I know Clinton still is regarding the game because he did a lot of work and they didn't do whatever Clinton thought they were going to do, and they should have. But that being said, I do enjoy the game. I do enjoy Digital Diamond Baseball. So they have every season almost free. And the other thing, I never did this, but you can create, I started fooling around creating teams, like all-star teams. It's a lot of fun. And again, I'm playing Beatles. You'll be interested in this. I am playing Ralph Kiner's 1949 season to see if he can get to 60 homers. So far, the Pirates are 500. I think we're 5-5. Or it might be one game over 500. But Ralph only has 2 home runs so far. But he's on base machine. Lots of walks. Lots of walks. Frank Wainscott, I plan on doing the Grand Slam tourney. Cool. Frank, Al, Al, have you ever played the Avalon tennis board? Yes, I have. I have played that on, there's a video on my channel. What the hell is that called? What is that called? But yeah, you can play the game for free. It's absolutely fabulous. Brilliant. Avalon Hill tennis is brilliant. So easy to understand. I was playing Tim Mayotte from Springfield, Massachusetts. Oh, God. What is that on? There's a game site. You can play games for free, the majority of them. I did a video. If you look up, I have a video on it. I can't think of the game site now. You can play Title Bout on there. But yeah, I've played it. Very brilliant. Very well done game, the Avalon Hill. So Frank, he picked it up at the Goodwill, $10, male and female players, 1983 cards. Yeah, it's a solid game, absolutely. And I can't remember the site that I've played that game on. Let's go down some more. As Beatles, saying hi to people, and people are saying hi to Beatles. $1953. I think Gerald Carmeyer said 53 because they all had great years and didn't win. Their numbers were great. Okay, that's cool. I like when people that's fine. That makes sense. Arnold Hunter, I'm still waiting for my unlock code for Legends of Boxing. I am enjoying the game. Arnold, I'm waiting too. I just purchased it also. You've been playing the demo. It's very good, isn't it? Arnold's a big boxing fan. It's a great game to add on to the games we have already. I mean, for me, again, Glory Days Boxing, Title Bout 2 on the PC, Title Bout Championship Boxing on the PC, and now I have Legends of Boxing on the PC, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Well done. Their games, it's a Richard Hanna game, I believe. They're all well done. I'd love to see him do a hockey game. Beatles is a bit tired, but doing well. Gerald Carmeyer, 38 Hank Greenberg season would be a good one out to do. I almost did that, Gerald. Because they wouldn't pitch to Hank Greenberg at the end of the season, which was bullshit. I almost did that. I might do that after. And again, I'm not going to stream these games. I streamed the first Ralph Kiner game. It was fun. I've been playing it offline, enjoying it. I've lost a ton of close games. The pitching, it's just, I roll bad. It's hilarious. I roll bad. I roll. Because you can, that's another cool feature with Digital Diamond Baseball. You can roll your own dice and punch them in, and I like that. D. Scott Howard has joined us. Hello to the Goat Whisperer. He had a fun boxing match that he posted in the Glory Days Facebook group page. Very fun match. If you're a fan of Glory Days boxing and have not joined the Facebook group page, you should, and check out all the wonderful posts by a lot of creative people. I love reading about all their bouts. They're fun. It was Tommy Morrison and Floyd Patterson. I will leave it at that, and he can put it in the chat and describe it to you. It was a fun bout to read about. Fun bout to read about. Robbie's happy to hear Beatles doing well. Robbie Wartburg, myself, and Arnold Hunter, we're all waiting for our unlock codes for Legends of Boxing. And that's my pet peeve with games like that, when you have to wait for codes. I purchased the game. I want to play the game. They have to come up with a better system. They have to come up with a better system. That's just my opinion. Our good friend Tim, Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Remember to subscribe to that wonderful channel. Al, I rolled terrible as well. I got to catch up on some of your videos. I was just rolling horrible. I'm rolling high nines for guys who are crappy hitters in that game, so they're going to get singles. I'm like, why can't I roll these numbers for when Ralph Kiner's up? He walks a ton, though. But in 1949, a lot of guys walk. But Ralph Kiner, such an underrated player, such a tremendous player. Tremendous player. Gerald says, 1949, such a fun season. Red Sox are in first. I'm not playing any Red Sox games. I'm only playing Pittsburgh Pirates games. I'm learning a lot about the 1949 Pirates. Pitching, not bueno. Not bueno at all. Another fun feature I like with Digital Diamond Baseball, I love the bench coach feature where you can see the matchups if you want to bring someone in. Wait until you see my latest 2007 Indians video, Al. I'll be checking that out. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. That's Card and Dice Baseball Stratomatic Advanced on his channel. Please check him out and subscribe. Kiner's home run frequency was second only to Babe Ruth. Ralph Kiner was a tremendous player. Played on bad teams. Tremendous player. Love Ralph Kiner. I learned about Ralph Kiner through my dad. My dad, God rest his soul. Because I watched Mets games on Channel 9 when we first got actually, I first started watching Mets games. I'm going to put Beatles' comment back up. I don't know how to move it, and it blocks my face. I started watching Mets games on Channel 20 before we got cable. And they had Kiner's Corner. And my dad, we were watching a game. He goes, he was a great player. He played on bad teams. He told me all these wonderful stories about Ralph Kiner. And it fascinated me. And then my dad told the story how Ralph Kiner gets called into Branch Rickey. It was the GM for the Pirates at the time, after his Dodgers run. He thinks he's getting a raise. And they cut his salary. He told Branch Rickey, he said, I led the league in homers, RBIs. And he goes, yeah, and we still finished last. Doesn't matter. They cut his salary. Vassal. That's right, Frank. Wayne Scott. That's where I played it on, Vassal. Fun game. Very well done on Vassal. I enjoyed it. I did a video on it. It's free if someone wants to check it out. Not necessarily my video, but if you go to Vassal, you can play these games, some of these games for free. It's really fun. Gerald Carmer, how some Cinderella teams all time for Strat? How about some? That would be interesting. I don't know if they do it. I like the gem teams, the web gem, whatever they're called, the best teams of the decade. I like decade sets. I do love decade sets. D. Scott Howard is saying hello to Beatles and Tribes. D. Scott Howard. Interesting part was Patterson's trait of front runner actually prevented Floyd from getting knocked down 3 times in the first 2 rounds. Eventually, Patterson TKO'd Morrison in the 7th. Again, those are wild, fun fights to roll. Here's my recommendation for boxing games. Everyone loves to do tournaments. I do tournaments of it. But you know what's fun sometimes, and I have the most enjoyment with playing matchmaker. Thinking about in my head, what would someone watch on television? What fights in the 80s or just anywhere? You got all-time great fighters. It doesn't even have to be in the same time period. What fights would people like to watch on TV? I never used Floyd Mayweather Jr. He's a great fighter. Just like in real life, the majority of his fights were boring. And you roll a couple of them, they're not fun. They're not fun. He's not. I like action. I'm not going to play boring. That's just me, though. I want King Kong versus Godzilla all the time. It doesn't have to be great fighters. I just want great matchups. We had a fun matchup with Glory Days Boxing. I've had some fun fights with Dwayne Bobbitt. Dwayne Bobbitt, Ronnie Lyle, those two fights were fun. Dwayne Bobbitt, Leon Spinks, fun fight. So it's about matchups. And I think those fights, I think Dwayne Bobbitt and Leon Spinks would have sold plenty at the right time. Even Bobbitt coming off a loss, had he been able to win again, Spinks coming off a loss with Ali, and Bobbitt won a couple more. He did win a couple more fights. Then where'd he go? He went to South Africa and he lost to Notsia, the South African heavyweight. But yeah, Dwayne Bobbitt's a lot of fun to roll in Glory Days Boxing. He's just has enough power that it can be troublesome if he lands. And I've always been a Dwayne Bobbitt fan. I thought they trained him all wrong. They wanted to make him a pressure fighter. They should have made him a counter puncher. He had some boxing skill. He was too slow to be. I came across an article where Eddie Futch wanted to make him a counter puncher, and I was like, that's what I said. Of course, Eddie Futch said it way before me, but I didn't know that because he had a good, sneaky right hand with power. You should have made him an aggressive counter puncher. That if he tagged you, okay, get in, bing, bing, and get out. He was too slow. And when I read the article, it just made so much sense to me, what Eddie Futch said. He could hit, and he had talent, and he tried hard, and he worked hard. His chin failed him, but that's because he was coming right at guys. But anyway, Glory Days Boxing. Check it out at sidelinestrategies.com. Back to the chat. Our good friend Tim, Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Gerald, the 2007 Rockies. No bueno in simulation. He would know, Gerald. I believe you did that whole season card and dice. It's very hard to simulate long winning streaks. Yes, it is. You know what else is tough to simulate? I was thinking about the 88 Red Sox had picked up, of course, now I'm going to forget the player's name. Larry Parrish. The Rangers had cut him. Larry Parrish came to the Red Sox in 88 during Morgan Magic, and he had like a 3-week span that he hit the crap out of the ball. But you can never duplicate that in a game because his overall stats were so poor that year. And that's one thing a sim cannot duplicate. That's a great point, Tim. Todd B. Poor Ernie Banks played for a lot of bad teams, too. Oh, he played for horrible teams. Horrible teams. Gerald Carmeyer. 14 Braves, 60 Pirates, 24 Senators, etc. Frank Wainscott. Have you played PC Replay basketball? I've played PC Replay basketball. I enjoy it. I like the baseball game better. Just because I just love the presentation of it. PC Replay basketball is very easy to understand. You can roll your own dice. It's a lot of dice rolling. So sometimes I don't. I just click on it. I've streamed a few games. I love Action PC basketball. I love all my Action PC games. I think they play well. I think the engine's good. I can honestly say the majority of my games I play, I don't think any of the engines, as we call them, are poor. And then some people can complain about games I play and, oh, that engine's horrible. I don't see where it's horrible. If you don't like a game or a particular gaming company, that's cool. But, I think the Action PC games are excellent. Dave Cook, excellent sales. He has another great sale up. If you're looking to buy something on Dave Cook Action PC games, check it out. Do it now. Go to the freebies. You get 3 free 70 seasons. 1970 baseball, 1970 football, 1970 basketball. I think if you buy something, it's got to be over $10. You add all 3 of those seasons, go to the freebies. As long as you're buying something for over $10, you get tremendous value. I have all those. So, but Dave Cook, the Action PC games, he's always going to have great sales. What sales? Again, what do you want? Here, it's not so much sales. We all like sales. And again, remember to check out Digital Dice coming up. They're going to have their Black Friday episode, which is always excellent. But what are you wishing for games that you like to play? What would you like to see them do, whether card and dice or PC? Sports sim gaming, military strategy gaming, or whatever. Again, I don't play too many video games anymore. I do play some. I like my zombie games still. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. The Rockies season I simulated was 2018. Sorry. They didn't translate well either. Didn't get the 15, 13 games often enough. It's tough. You can't simulate everything, but that's why they're fun to play. That'd be Action PC has great Black Friday deals. Absolutely. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to purchase something from Dave Cook Action PC Games, if you purchase this weekend, go to the freebie section. Just on the left-hand side, you scroll down freebies or deals. And they're going to have 1970 baseball, 1970 the seasons, 1970 baseball, 1970 basketball, 1970 football for free. You have to purchase something for $10 or more. That would be awesome. I actually asked him about that one time in boxing because I love my boxing games. You put a boxing game out, and as long as it's not dreadful, and there are a few dreadful ones out there that I bought. I'm not going to mention them. And obviously, they're none of the ones I show or just mentioned now. I love all of them, but there are a few dreadful boxing games out there, in my opinion. I'm not going to mention them. Okay, ones I don't enjoy. Other people enjoy, and that's awesome. That would be, but right now, my favorite soccer game, D. Scott Howard, is Classic Soccer. And again, that's an ASG game. I'm waiting for them to release some North American Soccer League seasons. That would be fun. I played a little bit of Football Manager, what we call soccer in the States. I don't want to sit there for 24/7 playing one game. And that's what you have to do with that game, in my opinion. And also, I'm not into the only sport once in a while I'll manage, want to be the GM and the owner and all that stuff is baseball. But even now, I don't do that much. I just want to play seasons. So I would like a soccer game such as Classic Soccer with a little more visualness to it, we'll say, a la Action PC, say football. That would be awesome. Imagine if Action PC did a soccer game. You see how well they've done football and baseball. I think those are the 2 best games they do. And basketball's coming along. Hockey's coming along. Golf is golf. Still fun. Can be difficult. Imagine if they did a soccer game. You can see the little squares or circles or whatever move, and you can see that would be awesome. I think they should do a soccer game. Let's put that on our wish list. Action PC, Dave Cook, do a soccer game. We want it. And we want a North American season, North American Soccer League season with Pele and the Cosmos and Canalia and Beckenbauer. That's what I want. I like that. The Goat Whisperer, D. Scott Howard. I love it. I love that. Robbie Wartburg, assigning all 16 fighters to the first fight night in my universe on Legends of Boxing is not easy with a records being 0-0-0. I've been playing exhibitions, and you can only play in the demo 4 career fights. So I've just been playing exhibitions. D. Scott Howard, I like classic. I love it. I love Classic Soccer. I enjoy it. I had so much pushback on me with that game. People, it's horror. It's not Football Manager. No shit, Sherlock. I know it's not Football Manager. I don't want to play Football Manager. I don't want to babysit a bunch of prima donnas. I just want to put players out in the field, have the dice roll, and enjoy the game. If you want to play Football Manager, God bless you. That's awesome. It's a great game. It's just I don't want to play it. I want a type of soccer game I'd like on the PC is, I think D. Scott Howard hit it on the head. I like to see an action PC version where I can see the little players move and make a decision. Do I want to create some space for Pele or Canalia or whoever, or Francesco Totti or Ronaldo or Messi, Maradona? That would be fun. That would be fun. That would be fun. It's the chalkboard I'd like to see for soccer. Yeah. That is awesome, D. Scott Howard. Because it'd be so much fun. You'd have your percentages. I mean, I think soccer, that type of game, would be perfect for action PC. A soccer game. It'd be perfect. I'd like to see APA come up with a game where you actually can roll dice for the PC, as opposed to just reading text. That would be fun. Like people play APA card and dice. Well, I want to play APA. I just don't want to buy the card and dice. I want to be able to buy a PC APA game and roll my own dice. I think that would be fun for me. That's why I love replay baseball and replay basketball on the PC. Arnold Hunter. I would love to see Action PC do a NASCAR game. That would be interesting. You know who could do a good NASCAR game? Arnold. Because I have the horse racing games, ASG. ASG could do a good job at that. Is there a and again, there's a fun NASCAR game if you like card and dice. Red, White, and Blue. Avalon, Keith Avalon. That's one of his games. And again, I can't think the History Maker, baseball, golf, and I can't think of the name of the company. But that Red, White, and Blue, people love that game. I enjoy watching that on YouTube. But that would be nice if there was a Red, White, and Blue racing for the PC. That would be fun. I can't think of the game. It's Keith Avalon. Why can I not think of the name of that company? I don't know. Someone will know it. Frank Wainscott. When I was a kid, I saw the APA basketball brochure, begged my parents for it. When I got it, well, if you played it, you'd know why I put it away. I heard that. I heard people talking about that. Robbie Wartburg. I put for the main event Witherspoon Evangelista, though. That's a good fight. That's a good fight there. Alfredo Evangelista was a pretty good fighter. Not great. Solid. He gave Ali a lot of trouble. Holmes, not as much trouble. D. Scott Howard. I saw those damn Cosmos in the Soccer Bowl 1977. They beat my Sounders. I bet they beat them soundly. That was a tough Cosmos team. Pele, Canalia, Beckenbauer. I know they're all past their prime, but my God, I loved watching them as a kid. Play.com, thank you. Red, White, and Blue Racing. Thank you, Cleve baseball fan, our good friend Tim. It's not that I don't like card and dice. I do. I don't have the space to do it. Because I've been thinking about getting the soccer game from Play.com because they have the 77 North American Soccer League. You know, and I've watched a couple of people play that game, and their games are fun. It's different to me because it's trait based, which is cool. I just have to get used to that. I still haven't grasped the concept. I mean, I've grasped it. It's just different to look at. I love our good friend Baseball Demos. He did the whole, I forgot what season, the whole Atlanta Braves season using History Maker Baseball. Phenomenal. And the stats were very realistic. He kept the stats and he compared them to the actual stats. Red, White, and Blue Racing's fun to watch. The hockey game is fun to watch. History Maker Golf. I love the golf game. I love the OG plays some of it. Our good friend from I've gone brain dead again. The Earl from Delaware. He plays a lot of History Maker Golf. Fun stuff. 1987 Braves, I think, for demos. Yeah, it was a great project. I enjoyed it. And he wanted to show people that the History Maker game was accurately statistically. And he played the whole, I watched the majority of those videos. And he did a recap. Those stats were pretty close. So again, people knock the history, not many, but there are folks who knock the game. If it's not your cup of tea, that's cool, but it's a good, solid game. I don't own any, but I do enjoy watching people play those games. It's good entertainment. D. Scott Howard. Frank, I made it through the third quarter before I quit APA basketball, LOL. Okay, Frank and D. Scott Howard, share some APA basketball. Why was it so horrific? I know why, but share. Share to the folks who don't understand why APA basketball was so horrific. I have Strat basketball from way back when, card and dice. The basic game was fun. I didn't get too much into the advanced, but I was much younger then. If I were to play it again, I probably would just play basic. I love my Strat PC basketball, but it doesn't work. Doesn't work on my new computer. I bought it again, hoping it would work, even though I bought so, and they were no help. I'm not going to get into it, but they are the worst customer service when it comes to PC. Stratomatic. Horrible. So once again, we're going to await D. Scott Howard and Frank Wainscott on what they felt was absolutely horrific with APA basketball. I know it was horrific. Never played it, but I heard stories about it. So I'm fascinated by, I love that idea of Action PC, Dave Cook games doing soccer. I love it. I would so buy that in a heartbeat. I would so buy that. They need to do that. We need to push Action PC because I want to see. Okay, you figure you have a similar engine with the football game, with the setup with the number of players, right? I would love to see. Yes, I'd love to see a soccer game, aka football, to the rest of the world by Action PC. That would be awesome to see the soccer field, to see the little squares moving. I would like that. I'd even like to see Kerry Batts, who does Pro Strategy Football, if he was able to branch out and do a couple of basketball. Be fun to play, like a Pro Strategy basketball, Pro Strategy. I don't know baseball because you got out of the ballpark, but Pro Strategy basketball I think would be fun to play. Pro Strategy hockey, to see the uniforms. Oh my God, those ugly Canucks uniforms. I'd be playing the Canucks every day. That'd be awesome. Our good friend, my legal counsel, Smelly Wrestling Geek. What's good, Al, and the chat? Hope all is well, Smelly Wrestling Geek. APA basketball was a dice game, card and dice. Uncle Dave Little says, what's up? How you doing, Uncle Dave Little? Make sure to check out that channel. He had some wrestling on today, which I'll be listening to tomorrow. Dave Gardner just purchased Inside. Why am I brain dead right now? Inside Pitch, and he's doing the 1980 World Series, which is cool. I got to check out those first two games. So much good stuff. And Dave Little did a really fun basketball game, Action PC, on Friday night. I was there for almost the whole game. Got there a little late, but stayed to the very end. Always good. Make sure you subscribe to Dave Little's channel, and he's got his Journey with Jesus coming up today because it's Sunday already. Also, if you're just joining us, our Travis, Comics with Bueller, and myself, good friend Sam. Travis just passed away on Thursday. God bless him and his family and friends. I'm a better person than I met Sam. I am. Still not registering that Sam's not going to be on here anymore. D. Scott Howard, I have the first edition of Strat Basketball, Football, and Hockey. The basketball game Stratomatic card and dice was fun. It's not streamable the way, for me at least, but I did play. What was it? A couple of months back, I found it again in the closet. We're cleaning out stuff, so I got to play this. It's still in good shape. I think I got the 87 season. I think 87. Smelly Wrestling Geek. I like to see Out of the Park develop, make an NFL or NBA game. That would be fun. Yes. That's what these are wish lists on what we would like. Out of the Ballpark, it probably is on sale right now. The newest version, 2022. They're going to come out with 2023. Usually they come out with that in February. I got to finish my 1964 Tony Canigliaro season before that starts. I think you can get it for $19. They had that sale. You could get it for $10. I buy it new every year. I enjoy that game. I think Out of the Ballpark baseball is one of the best games out there. Don't let it overwhelm you. Again, if it's not your cup of tea, if you don't like a closed engine, don't buy those type of games. But I think it's a well-done game. Animation's excellent. It gets better each and every year. And it's just you thinking it out. They have a card. Every player has a card. You look down at who hits better early in the count, who's better clutch hitter, and you just have to use just like if you were managing the game in real life. The engine is in the background. You can play it that way. You can actually play it similar to Diamond Mine Baseball, which to me, I wouldn't because I like the animation. But everyone plays each is their own. But you can play it a couple of different ways. Out of the Ballpark. Great game. I just don't have confidence that they'll do football right. Because hockey, they've butchered. Hockey Manager. I'm not buying that. I'm not. Maybe when it goes on sale, I'll do like I did last year and pick it up. I want the... Listen, I buy these games. If they have animation, I want to see the animation. If they don't have animation, I get that. Football Mogul, no animation. I get that. I played a little bit. And there was a great sale, and you could type in digital. With the code, you get both games for $40. That's what I did, thanks to Dave Gardner and Uncle Ron Juckett. When they had the... I think his first name's Keith. I don't remember. But the owner of... the person who produces makes the Mogul games. The one thing I have to say about Baseball Mogul, though, I did a league, and I simmed the whole thing just to see how it was. Because they still have this. They got to fix this. Danny Heap hit more home runs from the 86 Mets. Danny Heap hit more home runs than the 1927 Babe Ruth did. Come on. You can't have that. That's the only thing I question about the sim engine there. And then again, it was a make-believe league. It's an open engine. You got to like that type of game. But you can't have Danny Heap out homer. Babe Ruth I forgot how many teams I put in. But I played a 162 game schedule with I think it was 8 teams. So, these 8 teams are constantly playing each other. And I just simmed the whole thing. And Danny Heap had more home runs than Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth didn't even break 30 home runs. I know these are all good teams, right? So I guess you could say the pitching, right, could shut down Babe Ruth. But Danny Heap, more home runs than Babe Ruth? Never, as I think our streaming quality is going poorly. Connection is unstable. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm in plug-in. Come on. You got to love Comcast with their freaking internet. It's horrible. All right, back to the chat. We're going to call it a stream shortly because how's the connection, folks? How's the connection? D. Scott Howard, Out of the Ballpark has been teasing football game for years, but that was before they were sold. I just think they're going to do a crappy job at it. They were supposed to update the Title Bout Championship PC game. Never did. That poor gentleman got ill. And then they just let it fall to the wayside. Fun game, very cheap, $13.99. You get it. Every boxer imaginable. Can't go wrong with that. And again, that's a pure sim. It's text-based, but you see the little guys smack each other. You can actually play it. If you play it as a pugilist, never play the better fighter. Play the weaker fighter because there's no sense in playing the better fighter. He's going to win most likely anyway. Todd B., if EA Sports could partner with baseball sim engines with their graphics, I would never leave the house, LOL. Your wife would kill you, Todd. Come on. D. Scott Howard. Agreed, Todd. Clay Dresslock. Thank you, Dave Little. Yeah, it's just that the engine, I question. The game's fun. It's a fun game. I enjoy it. I love calling the pitches. That's my favorite thing about Baseball Mogul. Football Mogul, again, it's fun, but I really question at times the engine, because I don't know, some weird things. Baseball Mogul, I enjoy more. I like that you can call the pitches. I like the little animation to it. The one thing with the engine, again, it's not meant to play an actual replay. It's an open engine, open world. You got to be used to it. It's fun. I'm playing my 62 Mets offline. I put some games up. I got to get back to that. Another one of my many projects. Again, jump in the chat, share your projects with us. It's when you create like all-time leagues. Again, there's no way Danny Heap's going to hit more home runs than Babe Ruth. I don't give a shit in what era. Not happening. Not happening. I know I put 8 good teams in there. It was the 27 Yankees, 86 Mets, 2018 Red Sox, and I can't remember. I put the Phillies 80 team, I think, and a couple other teams. I don't remember. And Danny Heap hit more home runs than Babe Ruth, who didn't crack 30. It's maybe I clicked on some sort of bizarro button. I don't know. Like when I set it up. Maybe it's my fault, but that's can't have it. And there were a couple other guys, and you're sitting there going, they would never hit more home runs. It seems that the older teams were not valued. I don't know. I'm playing a sim game. I'm not looking at how they train and all this. I want it. How do they do in that era against how do they do in this era? All things equal. When I set up leagues like that, I don't want to hear about training and this and that. Here's the thing. Don't you think if Babe Ruth played now, he'd have most likely would train like they train now? Anyway, that's my little pet peeve with that. Smelly Wrestling Geek. They just need to get the chalkboard right in the hockey game. I'm pretty sure they're headed towards the animation of sort. Yes, no, they are improving it. I don't play it enough to justify it for my purchase. Once they get, I'm going to be honest with you, once Out of the Ballpark, which is Franchise Manager Hockey, gets the animation down and just makes it they're supposedly they made the line changing easier. Dressing players was a nightmare in the prior version. Again, supposedly they made that easier. I'm not a hockey guru. Dave Gardner is, and he had difficulty with that game last year. I don't know if he's purchased the new version. I can't remember. Cleve baseball fans, you are still, and that's all that matters. I missed something, but Smelly Wrestling Geek. If a hockey developers could get the chalkboard to the OP baseball level, yeah, and they should be able to. It's the same people. Maybe not but they're all one company. Why wouldn't you want to all work together to make each of your products absolutely outstanding? The baseball game's phenomenal. And if you have a phone thingy, which most of you have, download the Out of the Ballpark. It's free. You get 3 free seasons. You can play that forever and ever. Don't even have to pay for it. It's fun. I've played it. Danny Heap had 30 career home runs. LOL. That's my point, Todd B. That's my point. He out-homered. I wish I saved the file. I was so disgusted I deleted the season. I should have saved it and sent it to them and go, something's not right here. And again, maybe it's the way I set it up. Maybe I clicked on something that I misinterpreted, because you have to click on things. Maybe I clicked on something. Could be my fault. But even he would never out-homer Babe Ruth. Todd B, has anyone ever played Wolverine Studio? Yes. Yes. I've played some Wolverine Studios basketball, NBA. They need to do a lot with that. It's fun to a point. When you're playing a tournament, though, like I made up my own little tournament. A bad team can always beat a good team. I did it. I have video. I stopped playing the tournament because I was like, my God, I kept upsetting everybody. Now I was playing as the Knicks. The Bernard King season, his real good season when he was young, before he hurt his knee. And that was fun to do. A lot of potential there, Wolverine games. They should give you, and maybe they have, I haven't checked them out. If someone has checked out Wolverine games recently, do they give you any in-game coaching abilities? Because when I played basketball, I think I had a version of one of the football games too. I think I have basketball. You just set your offense, and you could not do anything in game, but it was fun. I'll tell you another fun game. It's made by a European. It's Basketball Manager, but they're like 70% there. Basketball Manager. The little graphics, the little guy shooting the ball is cool. No in-game coaching, but you can set your offense. Basketball Management or Manager, I can't remember. It's a European title. That's a pretty good game. That is a pretty good game. They're like 70, and that's not a knock on them. They're like 70% there. If they just tweaked a few things, that would be a hell of a basketball game. Frank Wainscott, Al, my sons played 3D football. We lost 58-21 and gave up 563 yards on offense. They finished 6th and 4. "3D football. I'm not familiar with that game." That's a lot of yards. That's like arena football scoring. So we're going to go a little while longer. Let's talk about the projects that you guys are playing. What's going on with those projects and how are they progressing? And as we always say, how many are too many? For me, too many is not enough. I have lots. Division 3 football. So that's real. That's D3. I got you now. 6 and 4. That's not bad. They had a winning record. Got it. No, I understand. And Dave Little, does your son play defense? That's awesome. Division 3. 6 and 4. Winning record. Can't sneeze at that. And I apologize when you said D3 because we talk about sports gaming. Well, for if your son still has some more years of eligibility, I would say for them, I wish for them a defense or better defensive players. What kind of offense do they run? Springfield College down the street, which is D3 now. They were D2 a long time ago. They used to run an option. It was kind of fun to watch them. I miss the old option. I love the wishbone. I remember the wishbone wrecking Penn State. Oklahoma just wrecking Penn State in that national title game in the mid-'80s with Bosworth, but he was a linebacker. But I remember sitting there going over the top. I think it was the tight end. You come up to play the run. The wishbone in college, if you execute it properly, is a devastating offense. Devastating. And I miss that no one runs a wishbone anymore. Everyone kind of runs the same offense, the spread, or versions of the spread. All right. We've been on for an hour and 21 minutes. Let's, in the final time we have here, let's talk about your projects. My newest project, like I said, I'm doing Ralph Kiner, 1949. He hit 54 homers, I believe. Can he get to 60? Right now, I've played 11 games. He's had his 2. And we're using Digital Diamond Baseball for that. Of course, we got our 1962 project with Action PC and another 1962 Mets project. They're Mets projects, both of them, with Baseball Mogul. We're doing better in Mogul than we're doing in Action PC, though we just did beat the San Francisco Giants. I'll tell you something. My beloved 1962 New York Mets have scored 230 runs, second only behind the Dodgers in all of Major League Baseball. We are number 1 in giving up runs, though, as our pitching is pure poop. We've given up 290-something runs. Butch Haber is here. He says, howdy to one and all. Todd B. Wonder Years Baseball League, each franchise best team from the years 1977 to 1982 using Action PC Baseball, I believe. Are you using Action PC Baseball? That is that sounds like a fun league. Who is on top of that league right now? Who are the best teams? Are you playing 2 divisions? Or are you playing the traditional 3 divisions? Well, not traditional, the new East, Central, and West. And who's on top? Cleve Baseball, Fan 879, our good friend Tribes, 2007 Indians Stratomatic Advanced Game. I just finished a game, Game 41. They are 18 and 23. Also, I love the 1967 Mike McCormick Cy Young season. Starts only Stratomatic finished. Excuse me. Mike McCormick Cy Young season. He's finished 12 starts. So check that out on Cleve Baseball 879's channel. Dave Little. Bosworth is hilarious in Fansville commercials. As everyone's saying hello to Butch. Good to see Butch. Frank Wainscott. His son is a wide receiver. 1 reception, 28 yards, 3 solo tackles on special teams. They run the West Coast. Cool. Arnold Hunter. The new Wrestling's Finest PC update is great. They added Ring of Honor and AEW. I got that. I haven't. Was it easy to put through? I have to update it. Tom Vogel, great customer service, fun guy, great human being. I had him on the channel with a chat. Hopefully we can get him on back again. That was a fun chat we had with myself and Big Paulie. Also, prayers and thoughts go out to Big Paulie as with his mom ill, and he has had some health issues also. So get better, Big Paulie. Yeah, good game. Wrestling's Finest. Some people say it's pricey. I think it's a good price point for everything you get. I want to match up in that. I want to match up what Jim Cornette calls Twinkle Toes. Kenny, what the hell is his real name? Omega, Kenny Omega, his wrestling name. And the NWA champ, Nick Aldis. I think I might do that. If I do that, I'm going to put that on the channel. That should be a fun stream. Todd B. playing traditional divisions. 82 Braves are the best so far at 16 and 7. So Todd B. with the best teams, as he said earlier, from 77 to 82. American League, National League, East, West, East, West. Cool. Very cool stuff, Todd B. Who else wants to share their projects with us? And some final thoughts on what you would like to see this holiday season from your gaming companies. We want sales. That part I know. Again, remember, check out Digital Dice Podcast coming up for your Black Friday. What's coming out on Black Friday? Why I did this stream tonight is really a pet peeve of mine. I bought Legends of Boxing and ASG games and PC replay games. What happens when you buy their games is you need an unlock code. I still don't have my unlock codes. Now, hopefully, when I'm done with this stream, we'll have unlock codes. I've been playing the demo. I'm loving Legends of Boxing. I've added it to my boxing stable of my most beloved game, Glory Days Boxing, which can be purchased on SidelineStrategies.com. Card and dice makes everything nice. Bring it to a tabletop near you. So Legends of Boxing PC goes with it. Title Bout 2 I love. I have every weight class there. I bought every weight class for Legends of Boxing because that's my favorite sport. So I think I'm going to enjoy that game very, very much. We'll be seeing it on the channel along with some more Glory Days Boxing and Title Bout 2. And we have to get back to a long, long project to get back to that's overdue. My Title Bout Championship Boxing, my Bizarro heavyweight tournament with, I remember someone goes, you can't have a heavyweight tournament with 80 fighters. Sure you can. I did it. It's got to be 64 or blah, blah. No. I already come up with a way to get it down. At some point, someone gets a bye. Some fighters get a bye. It's going to be a blind draw. It's going to be fun. I'm going to get back to it. Braves are the best. That's Todd B. We already read that. Thank you. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. I would like to see Strat add hockey to the app. Impossible to do Strat hockey full season replays. Are you talking about like the player app? You know, like how they have it for baseball? Is that what you mean, Tim? You know, also you can check out Tim with Ron Explanation Point, Keith White, and another gentleman. They do like a football preview show. It's kind of fun. It actually is fun. I've watched a little bit of it. And that's on Rob Explanation Point's channel. Robbie Wertberg still does not have the code yet. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't done a chat now for a long time because I like to have friends on to do chats with Al, and we talk and we joke about stuff, and that's what makes it fun. But that was the pet peeve. I said, I'm going to come on and do a chat. I love the PC replay games. I love the ASG games. I don't like to wait for codes. They don't come quickly. I know it says you have to wait blah, blah, 24 hours or blah, 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 blah. That's stupid. You buy an action PC game, bang, or a season, bang, you have it. Stratomatic, horrible customer service, right? But you buy a game, bang, you have it. You got a season, bang, you have it. It might be a pain in the ass to install, but bang, you have it. Beatles Eternally. I want action PC baseball to allow extracting from larger databases like Baseball History Collection so that I can confine the player pool to a range of years in a draft. Yes. I'm going to tell you a similar, again, you're not a football fan, Beatles. I know that, but I just did like a little fake draft. And I was telling people for football, they have the same type of file, but for football, and it's all modern quarterbacks. And after I did the draft, I'm not redoing it. I was like, oh, geez, I should have set it up a little differently. But yeah, their draft, is it clunky or is it me, Beatles? I know I did a little baseball one. I thought it was a little clunky. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. They got to make when you're drafting to make your teams easier. Again, Strat does it. Again, not to give Strat hats off, but it's pretty easy to do it with Strat, in my opinion. And Digital Diamond Baseball is pretty easy too. If you want to make like an all-time Red Sox team or all-time Yankees team or an all-time decade team, all-time American League decade team, it's pretty easy to do that. Yes. Okay. So our good friend Tim, Cleve Baseball Fan 879, he would like a hockey app for players just like they have for baseball. They should do it. They should do it. But God forbid they do something that their fans want. Cleve Baseball Fan, Rob Explanation Point, myself, Keith White, and Harris. Larry Harris. Yes. I couldn't remember Larry. I apologize. Dave Little saying hello to Beatles as I got the coffee burps. Again, so it is the baseball app, hockey app. He would like a hockey app similar to the baseball app. Yep. Okay, then it's not me. Thank you, Beatles. Yeah, it's clunky. I found it easier to make teams in Digital Diamond Baseball once I watched the video. It shouldn't be that clunky. It's very clunky. Okay, it's not me then. Beatles saying hello to Dave Little. Not as clunky. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, don't try to make your own teams out of the ballpark. That's, yeah, not bueno. I remember when we had our Discord, Todd and Beatles were doing that. Beatles was helping Todd, I believe. Oh, not Larry Harris. Okay, I thought that was Larry Harris. Okay, thank you. As Beatles says, true that, Todd, regarding trying to make your own sort of like all-star team. I wonder how they did that with the, remember the file I sent you, Beatles? Because you couldn't download it, like the all-time teams for each franchise, player franchise, all-time players teams. I wonder how long it took that guy to do it. That's a fun file. Oh, Harris JSOP. Thank you. All right. Well, any more projects that anyone would like to share? We've been on for an hour and a half. I want to get back to playing, but I want to say hello to everyone. Some sad news again. Our good friend Sam, or my good friend Sam, which again, I never met him in person, but we communicated on here. He was on my show with Travis's Comics with Bueller, and that was his dear friend who we met. That story is still one of my favorite stories of all time, where Sam went into a comic book store because he was watching Comics with Bueller. He says, I've seen this person I watch on YouTube talk about this store and how good it is. And the owner turns to Sam and says, you mean that guy over there? And that's how they met, and that's how they became great friends. And now Sam has passed on. Passed away Thursday. Travis came in the chat. I appreciate that, telling me. Sad. And there's a lot of tears and a lot of pausing at that for, I don't know, 10 minutes, because I was still, it's sad that I'm not going to be able to talk to Sam or see his videos. And as I told Travis earlier this week when he was in the chat, I was thinking about, God, before Travis goes on the road to visit a lot of different states he's going to read comic books, his show on the road. He's redoing a van, make it like a mobile home sort of. I said, I got to have Travis and Sam on before he goes. Because, he's going to be on the road for a while going from Comic-Cons and checking out all different comic book stores around the country. And now Sam's gone. It's sad. It really is. Very nice person. Very nice person. God bless him. He's up in heaven. No more. Died suddenly, natural causes. Now every day he can go shop comics in heaven. All the comic books he wants. Every version. Mint. So, again, I thank Travis for coming to the chat and telling me that. Even though it was sad. It would have been sad to learn elsewhere. So, anyhow. Cooperstown. Yes, I missed something there. Beatles Attorney says Cooperstown. Yes. All right. Well, any final thoughts before we go? I'd like to thank everyone first of all, and then we'll get some final thoughts if you want to put them up, and I'll give you my final thoughts. I'd like to thank Beatles Eternally. Check out his wonderful channel. Cleve Baseball Fan 879, our good friend Tim. Check out his channel. Todd B, thank you very much. I might have to start up Discord again so I can listen to Todd B's projects. Always love those. Dave Little, another wonderful YouTube content creator in our community. He had a wonderful basketball game on Friday. He had wrestling on today, and he'll have his journey with Jesus on today, as it's Sunday. Robbie Wartburg, thank you very much, as he's still waiting for his Legends of Boxing code as well as I am. Arnold Hunter, thank you. Frank Wainscott, thank you very much. Butch Haber, thank you. Hope all is well. Hopefully we can scroll up far enough. Smelling Wrestling Geek, thank you. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer. Thank you. As our good friend Celebrity Bikini, aka Jake Cruz, thank you very much for spending some time with us. We had a fun chat. John TBM, thank you. Gerald Carmeyer, thank you very much. If I missed you going out, hopefully I said hello and how you doing on the way in. I'm pretty sure I did, but if I miss you, I hate when I figure that out later. Again, I don't know how far up I can go in the chat. Dave Gardner was here. I know that. Our good friend Stratomatic Delaware was here, or Tabletop Sports Delaware now, our good friend Chris. And there it is. Thank you very much, Chris. Check out his wonderful channel, Tabletop Sports Delaware. Comics with Bueller. And this is, he's talking about Sam. He was the first one to call me Bueller. I think that was, and again, that was a great story and how they met. Talking about the stream we did, those were great. We have our great memories of Sam, and Travis has many more memories. So, as sad as I am, I know he's devastated. It was a pleasure to be Sam's friend. A pleasure. A pleasure. It was a pleasure to be his friend. Again, treat people the way you want to be treated. You can have disagreements on things, but you got to treat people fairly. So it was my pleasure to be his friend. Again, Sam passed away. Travis saying he and Sam had lunch together on Tuesday, hung out, played video games. It was a great time. Won't forget. Just going back through on Sam passing away. He didn't, again, Travis saying, I didn't mean to spring this on you, but we enjoyed our time with you. That was one of the best shows when Comics with Bueller, Travis, aka Comics with Bueller, says we should have Sam on, because I was saying, let's get Sam on. He goes, I'm going to call him right now. And he was over Travis's house, and we had the show. It was so much fun. Died Thursday, natural causes. I can't believe he's gone. I'd like to thank Jim L. Thank you very much for stopping by. Dave Gardner, thank you very much. Check out his wonderful channel, of course, Digital Dice with Ron Juckett on Spreaker, wherever fine podcasts can be listened to. And the OG, the original Grognard, check out his wonderful military strategy channel and his YouTube page, Facebook group page. Philip Reynolds was here. Thank you very much. And I think we got everybody. Now let's go back to the bottom. As Beatles says, good night to one and all. Cleve baseball fan. Our good friend Tim says good night. Thank you very much for that. He says, please leave a like on the way out. If you want, that'd be awesome. If you haven't subscribed and you want to, please do so. And of course, if you want to share it on. But check out the other wonderful content creators also. And there's the lovely Moni G. How are you doing? Hope all is well with Moni G. Well, tip of a cap to everybody. Again, God rest Sam's soul. Terribly sorry he's gone. Nice young man. Far too young. He passed away. And I just going to scroll back up in the chat real quick. Our good friend Travis informing me again. I was friends with Sam. Again, it was through this medium, but I was his friend, and I watched his videos and comment on his videos and his live streams. And he came on to my show, and he was a really wonderful human being, and I'm going to miss him. He passed away Thursday, natural causes, after having a real fun day with Travis, Comics with Bueller, Travis, aka Comics with Bueller. And again, he was the first person to call Comics with Bueller, Travis Bueller. This means a lot to me here. Travis says, thank you for being his friend, Al. It meant a lot to him. So, thank you, Sam, for being my friend. And you're up in heaven. All the comic books are mint. All right, folks. Just say a little prayer for Sam. And he's gone, to his friends and family. And treat people the way you want to be treated. God bless. Till next time, health and happiness. I greatly appreciate your time. God bless. Peace. Bye-bye.